Hi everyone, welcome back to the sports breakdown. So yesterday it was a brilliant day for Sri Lanka cricket. They won their first ODI series since March 2020 and has won an ODI series against a top 5 ranked team since 2014. They haven't beaten. So this is the first time this has happened. And thank you yesterday for the live watch along. I think we got around 2.3k views, 2.2k
That's
views right now.
crazy.
So that
It's
is
crazy,
incredible.
absolutely
Man,
crazy.
that's crazy.
That
If they
was
all
crazy
subscribed,
yesterday. Yeah, and
No,
please
that's not a.
subscribe. I mean, there are
Yeah,
people.
we
I
got
think there are
like
viewers who haven't
13 or
subscribed
14
yet. So
subscribers
please,
yesterday.
yeah, please subscribe to this channel because we'll be doing more watch-alongs very soon, especially the 2020 World Cup for Sri Lanka matches, especially, and then LPL is coming up in December. So we'll
Yes.
we'll do more plans on that. Yeah, let's
Hmm.
see on that how it goes. But what a win for Sri Lanka. So right now there's zero views, but that doesn't matter. We'll
that's
still
because you made them
discuss
all
on
go
this.
away.
Yeah, but
You
let's
wasted
discuss
all
on
your
the
views
match
on the
right
last
now.
video.
Yeah, but what a win. First of all, Dim and Aman, about the batting scorecard about Sri Lanka. Were you disappointed with the openers that they didn't start well? I mean, they did do
For
okay in the
me,
first two
for
overs.
Yeah,
me, for
Pawan,
me, this.
yeah. I thought the game was over after we lost those two wickets. I I thought the game was over. Like Pawan, you and me were like talking about how our predictions of South Africa winning was right at that point.
Yeah, we were wrong on that.
For me, I'm
So
not too
wrong.
disappointed. Now looking back, I'm not too disappointed in the score. What I'm disappointed in is the fact that we had to leave Charit to do everything once again. That's what I'm disappointed in. He has to always be the person who's stepping up, and also DDS. Yeah, this
Yeah,
top
and
order, I
A
think
player
this
who,
is due to the Chandimal and bringing him in the last ODI. There's too much
yeah,
pressure on
should have
him,
brought
and
him
so is
earlier.
Kamindu. You can't bring them into the last match with so much pressure and expect them to do well.
Yeah.
It's once again a Mickey Arthur's dumb decision.
do you think that KJP will straight away come back to this ODI squad? I mean, as opener, since
Where would
I
you
mean,
put him here?
Chandimal has. Yeah, continue with him. Yeah.
I don't see him fitting into this lineup. I think they will open with Avishka and Minod or Avishka or Chandimal. I don't want KJB back.
Aman, your opinions? Okay, Aman
Come on,
left.
left.
Okay, let's see if he comes back. Yeah. What about coming to Mendes yesterday, 16 of 29? He showed some sort of
No,
intent, but
Kamindu
I think
showed a lot of.
Linda, yeah, continue him. Yeah.
Yeah, he showed a lot of intent, but I think the problem was once again that pressure again. Third ODI, we need to win, and also the top order failed. Now he had to do something, and I think if he had more time, and if he was playing the first ODI, he could have got done much better.
Very true. But once again, I think they depended again from Dhananjay De
Yeah,
Silva and
and
Charit
they,
Asalanka once again.
that's why
How
I'm
how
disappointed.
impressive
Yeah,
how impressive has Asalanka been in this series? I mean,
he's so impressive. Even for the T20s, he's going to be my man of the series. I know it. He's so impressive to be able to be so consistent while the other people in your team is not. That's something special.
yeah. Aman says unbelievable performance in the bowling by us. Yeah, we'll discuss on that. Yeah. But Dusman the Chameera at the end, Chameera and Chamika Karunaratne once again with the bat. Never expected Chameera to score 29, and I think those runs are crucial for Sri Lanka, which is why he was suggested. Made the man of the match along with his bowling. But Aman,
Yeah.
your intake on the middle order, lower middle orders runs, especially Chamika
Yeah.
and
Mm,
Chameera.
when 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 we thought that the match was over, something gave us a glimmer of hope. Obviously, that didn't help, but I think Chamika could have done a bit better. Because I don't know. I think Chamika could have done a bit better than what he did.
For me, he wasn't given that freedom to play like his
He
finishing
wasn't playing his
roles.
natural game.
Yeah, he can't play his natural game with like everyone else below him who can't bat. Also, Chameera, I see signs of him being an all rounder in the future. Right from the India series, he's been performing with the bat too. And I think if
This
he
is good news
focuses more
for
on his
RCB
batting,
also.
he could be
This
a
is good
very
news.
valuable asset. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I worried about Hasaranga's batting right now. I think he struggled. I mean, all the, single digit, they thought that he can play as all rounder role. And since that England tour, I mean, in the Indian series and the South African series right now, his batting performance has been pretty awful right now.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Hasarang. I really don't. I
I think
think
he's
it's another
focusing
pressure
more on his
element.
fielding. I think he's focusing
Yeah,
more on his
his
fielding
fielding is
and
brilliant.
Yeah.
his fielding and bowling. Yeah, but brilliant from I mean, did you think 203 was enough against South Africa once the first innings was over? For me,
I
no.
thought we
No,
lost.
no,
I
not
didn't
at
No,
know. I
all.
was
not at
thinking,
all.
I
I thought they
thought
would
that
easily get it in like
yeah,
a
I
couple
thought
of
that the
overs.
game was over. I didn't
Yeah.
even feel like coming for a watch along at one point.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I also understand that. But the bowling wise, I think the spinners are very effective. I think from the first over itself, I think the second over when Maharaj bowled, I mean, we saw there was a drift in the pitch. I mean, it was turning. So then I realized that this is a spin friendly
Yeah.
track.
As
Yeah,
soon as that happened, I knew our bowlers had to capitalize on this situation, and that's exactly what they did, and that's so brilliant to see.
yeah. Rohan
Yeah.
here says top order is worry for Sri Lanka need to score
Yes.
big consistently versus bigger
That's
teams. Yeah, I
true.
agree.
We do
I
have
If
to.
think
We
Torres
do
is the
have
only
to.
one that's
Yeah.
performing, then there's something wrong with the team.
And
yeah.
Chamika.
What do you
Yeah.
what do you
Yeah,
think that Avishka can do? I mean, he's consistent at times, but then at
yeah,
times he
he's
gets
He gets
dismissed
inconsistent.
also.
Yeah. He's
yeah.
Like he's sometimes he's
I think he
consistent.
becomes
Sometimes
impatient. Like
very
he just wants to.
inconsistent.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Aman, your thoughts?
He's just that batsman. When I feel like it, I'm going to give my best into it, and that's when he does it. But today, I don't know why he didn't bat well, and he's not done well except for the first ODI. Yeah, I think he could have done better, and he's very inconsistent because
Because this
in the
Avishka and
first
Chandimal duo, they
yeah
can do really well. They can be deadly. Like these two, if they get
yeah
going, they could put up
one
a
match
very
yeah one match
yeah.
he gets a
These
hundred,
two are
the
very
next
good
three
players.
he gets under 10. So it's very
Yeah,
inconsistent, Avishka Fernando.
Hmm, very true.
Mm.
great.
Yeah, about the bowling also, I think Maharaj was the most. I think 3 for 38. I think he was really good. Maharaj as captain. I think even Linda bowled well after being
Hmm.
expensive in the last game. I think he went at 8 runs per over. And yeah, thoughts on the South African bowling?
It was
Come
definitely
on.
good, especially Maharaj and Shamsi also did well finally. Like he got his 5 wicket haul, but yeah, Shamsi did very well. So it was those two, and another player who I wanted to point out is Aiden Markram. He only got 1 wicket, but he was a batsman that had a good bowler that had a good economy and made our batsmen struggle a lot.
Did you
Yeah,
expect that Markram will bowl like
yeah.
his full quarter of overs? I mean, he was given 10 overs. I think he was the first bowler to complete his 10 overs as well yesterday.
For me,
He's
another concerning factor was seeing our top order like struggle against Markram, who's also a part-time
he's
bowler. This is a
yeah,
very
very
concerning sign in our own pitches. So I don't going forward. I don't know how they will cope with other like proper spinners.
I think Dhananjay De Silva got dismissed by Markram as well. So that
Yeah,
itself is a
it's quite
worry. But that was a
concerning. Yeah,
brilliant catch from Klaasen.
Markram. They should
Can you
make
remember the
Markram an
catch
all
from
rounder.
Klaasen yesterday? How I mean that catch was
Mm.
actually really good.
Yeah,
Klaasen's catch, I think his dive. Yeah, I remember
yeah.
that. Yeah,
Klaasen's catch is brilliant. Yeah. Let's
yeah.
go.
I think much. I think Muldo's only bowled 1 over. I think he bowled at the 48th over, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I think this was a spin-friendly track. I don't think I can blame that much from this bowling lineup. Rabada
yeah.
was
Rabada was quite expensive.
quite yeah. Feluquayo also only got 1 over. So, but I can't blame this. Can you blame this
Yeah, no,
performance from South Africa? I don't
No.
think so. I
no.
think it's more to do with the batting. I think South Africa batting
Mm.
that put the team down. I think Rohan also says the catching was brilliant by
Catching
Sri
was
Lanka.
brilliant. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
did see misfields.
Pawan,
Yeah,
do you think that the South was it good bowling by us or was it just bad cricket by South Africa when it came to their batting?
I think it was
No,
bad
they.
cricket by South Africa.
Mm, mm. That's a
Yeah,
fair
it could be
concern.
both as well because Theekshana was simply
Yeah.
brilliant. I mean, no
Teaching
one
was
could
actually,
read.
and his carrom
Um,
ball was awesome.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
love
talking
so
his
about
hard to
carrom ball.
read.
Theekshana
It was
right
so
now, we'll
good.
go on to the Sri Lankan bowling in a second as well. But I want to bring this statement from Dasun Shanak actually about Mahesh Theekshana. He says Mahesh Theekshana won't be easy to read for any team right now, and he's picked up 4 for
This
37
is what
best
we
ever
keep doing.
figures
This is
for
what
a
we
Sri
keep doing.
Lankan
We
Argentina.
can't put
debutant.
pressure on these new players. That's what happened to
That's
Dasun
true.
as well.
This the media does this, and then he's going to like the pressure comes in. Like
This
you
happened to
people now
Asram.
next
Yeah,
match going into it, everyone's going to expect him to get another 4 wickets. That's a problem now.
it happened to
And
What
when
are
he
your
Asram.
doesn't
Yeah,
thoughts?
do
but
that, everyone's going to be like, "Oh, he's useless." That's what's going
Yeah.
to happen.
True. That's very true over there. Yeah. But Theekshana was simply outstanding. I think even Chanaka is saying that he's going to bring him in the 2020 squad. So that's good. We'll discuss about the 2020 preview as well. And I think he has play only picked up 4 wickets at an economy of 6.42 in the recent 2020 tournament. So I think he didn't perform well in the individual league, but he's done well in this match. Yeah. So let's go back to the scorecard. Talk about
Also,
Theekshana.
Chameera bowling that one over. That was
Yeah,
really good.
I think both
That
Theekshana
first
and
ball was
That was
so nice to watch. Like first ball,
talking about the
he's
South
running
African
with the ball, and then
batting
there you
lineup,
go.
I think this should be a disaster right now from South Africa. Did you expect this to happen from South Africa? Seriously, I didn't.
not
That's a
at all.
batting disaster.
I did not
But
expect.
Klaasen, the he tried to study the game. Obviously, he couldn't. That Maharaj and Tabriz Shamsi just put a little bit of fear into me. That last.
Yeah, Maharaj was look. Yeah, because Maharaj is someone who does never like. He will always fight till the end. Now, for me, anyway, the batting was a problem, because they only batted up till like 5, and then everyone else is all rounders, so they didn't have much
Yeah.
batting depth compared to us.
Yeah.
The problem with the other
Also,
games was they got going their top order.
yeah.
Your camera.
Yeah. That's sorry for that. Yeah. So talking about this, yeah, the batting lineup. I think there's not much to talk.
Pawan,
Uh,
after the stream, I want to talk to you a few things about the KKR RCB.
yeah.
The
Sure.
stream.
No problem.
Okay. Yeah.
No problem. Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, talking about the bowling lineup, I think Chameera 2 for 16. He got both Hendricks and Van der Dusen out. But I think only one pace bowler was bowled by Shanak, and he immediately brought a spinner yesterday, which was, I mean, it was a good choice because I think South Africa also did the same thing with Maharaj bowling in the power play.
I think
So your
Dasun's
thoughts?
captaincy yesterday was very good. It was
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah. But I mean, Theekshana, I
Yeah,
think, was superb.
yeah, it's
43
brilliant.
dots. Only considered 3 fours, 4 for 37. One word on Theekshana, guys. I don't know. I simply am
It's
speechless at this.
tremendous. This is so nice to see for this bowling card. Everyone
Yeah.
helped out here, and that's such a nice thing to see. Theekshana,
Yeah.
Hasaranga, Chameera, Jaivikram. This is really nice to see.
Theekshana's bowling was so
Yeah.
good. Like I don't know. I'm really.
It's so hard to read his variations, also.
Yeah.
That action.
He's got so many. Yeah.
Mm.
True. Yeah, but Hasaranga, were you a bit disappointed, or was he contributing towards Theekshana for
2
you?
wickets is okay.
Yeah, and his economy was fine too. So
Yeah.
there's nothing.
You can't blame it.
I mean, he wasn't as brilliant as everyone expected him to be, and that's because this is a different format. Also, you can't expect him to,
Yeah. Yeah.
But what about Asalanka getting his first in his maiden? I think he bowled in his maiden match.
Yeah,
I mean, he
brilliant.
bowled for his first time. For his first time, and he picked up a wicket in his first ball, and same with
First ball.
Theekshana. So about
Same thing with that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
yeah, Rohan over here comes live.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Dipanshu
First
says
Rohan, your
congratulations
to join this.
to all the family of sports breakdown for getting over 2K views. Yeah.
thank you so much, Dipan. So hope that we can get you also in the team for sure soon.
Yeah.
You came for the CSK also, but unfortunately, I think you left the live stream. I think after a few minutes, but hope we can have you soon for sure. And please watch tonight. Tonight,
I
Rohan
think
will be
Rohan's
hosting
here.
that. Yeah. Rohan,
Yeah,
your
I think
thoughts
you're
on
going
Sri
to be
Lanka
hosting
bowling?
with me today.
Yo, man, Aman. Let's go KKR, huh?
Yes, I'm doing KKR.
Dim, come for sure after your this thing on TCA. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Rohan, your thoughts on Sri Lanka bowling?
Sri Lanka bowling, they followed a template that's pretty suited for them in those conditions. I think in the 90s they used to do. They used to have a lot of these spinners, part-time spinners, just choke the opposition out. Same thing they use, apart from the main spinners like Asalanka bowled, all these kind of part-time spinners, they add pressure to the opposition. Someone like South Africa here, they're not used to these conditions for spin pitches. They just completely choked them and pressure built on them. Wrong shots, brilliant catching by the way by DDS and Kaminda Mendes. Those things lift the spirit of the teams. That's where they won actually.
Was it a big advantage that Sri Lanka is having like part-time spinners and I mean they can bat as well and have part-time spinners. Now we know that Dhananjay De Silva, now Charit Tasalanka can bowl. Kamindu Mendis, if he improves his bowling more, he can be effective. Then
Yes.
maybe yeah, those three part-time bowlers. Then Chamika will
Oh,
be
one second.
can bat higher up if can. Then we have
Yeah.
Shanaka. We have about
One
7 or 8 who can bowl. So this is tremendous from Sri Lanka right now. So thoughts on that, Rohan,
Yeah.
on the
Even
Sri
Chamika
Lankan
and
team?
Shanaka, they can ball these cutters. So those things also will help on those pitches. For this condition, this is a wonderful bowling attack they have. I don't know how they will adapt to maybe slightly flatter pitches abroad, etc. But for these conditions, it's a fantastic template that they can use to win games. And of course, winning the toss, batting first also helped.
2K views is due to Pawan rap, Aman celebration, and Venkat playing guitar.
Completely agree.
Could
Pawan,
yeah,
you're right.
it
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
happen.
Hey, next time
Yeah.
do one thing. Have an intro video with your rap, man.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that, yeah,
Pawan, you should for the
Yeah.
introduction. It should be a rap.
I think right after we won, Venki left.
yeah. Venkat. I think we still had views after that as well after the live watch along. Yeah,
Yeah.
but still, I mean, I mean, would you stick with this side for future ODI sides? I mean, for future ODI series, or would you make any changes for Sri Lanka
I don't know actually. Maybe our
at
top order
home, especially at
definitely
home? I'm
is
talking
gonna
about
be
home
Sting,
conditions, not
but
overseas.
Avishka could we might have to drop a few players. Definitely we need a some update on definitely our top order mostly. I don't know will if Kamindu Mendis will keep going like this.
Dim, what do you see the weakness in the Sri Lankan side right now in terms of
Top
ODI,
orders.
where
It's
they can
it's it's
improve?
it's our top order and a middle order batting. We can't rely on Charit all the time and DDS. If our top order, if our top order needs to be consistent, and Avishka has done that. But the number two spot is kind of a concern. There's Minod, there's Chandimal, and if
Yes,
KGP
yes.
comes back, KGP can also bat there. So I'm not sure who they will go for in that number two position.
I think it's the batting as well. I agree with both
I
of
just
you,
have
and
some.
the death bowling. Death bowling, especially a pace
Yes,
bowler,
yeah,
they need a
I was
backup
gonna
for
say that.
Chamira for me.
I just have
Yeah,
They
some
that's what
need
I
a
was gonna
backup.
say.
KGP
Because
side
Chameera,
also.
yeah.
Yeah,
I just have
because I
something
mean
against him.
they
I don't
need
know.
some, but I think this in this 2020 series, I don't think they'll need a pace bowler actually because this might be spin friendly as well. When we see usually R Premadasa, I think they'll stick with Theekshana and Hasaranga.
Yeah.
But I mean, in overseas conditions, it's a bit concern. Hopefully, Binura Fernando can play more domestic matches.
Mm.
I mean, right now, Binura Fernando, I think Nuwan Pradeep, I don't think has a chance because he's
Guys,
35 or
guys,
30.
what are the UAE wickets like? The pitches.
I think
Yeah.
Rohan can explain that. Yeah. I think it's
UAE
flat.
all no, all three venues are have their own characteristic. Like Sharjah is a pretty small ground. You get a good batting pitch there. T20s we have seen 180, 200 scored consistently. But the other two grounds, Dubai and Abu Dhabi, they are pretty large playing areas. Especially the square boundaries are large. There the spinners can come
One
into
second.
their own. They can flight the ball a little more. If some help in the pitches, they'll be more deadly. There you can see like this 160 kind of pitches. So the margins of the teams can be smaller when they play in Dubai, Abu Dhabi. Sharjah, more good batsmen, power hitters. Such kind of teams will enjoy the advantage, I'll say.
Mm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's, I think Sharjah has a small ground. I remember. Yeah, and but I think because of IPL, I think the pitch will dry most probably. That's the issue. I mean, the pitch may be worn out.
Pawan,
So
actually, what happened? If you remember, the last IPL was in UAE. They played 60
yeah.
games on that.
Mm.
Same doubt everybody had. Maybe the latter half of the tournament pitches may spin. We didn't see such because they have very large squares. Lots of pitches on the squares in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. So when they don't use the same pitch over and over again, the pitch is good throughout the season. So I doubt whether this concept, which we think more games being played on the same pitch, may start helping the spinners, etc. I think the UAE proved they are a fantastic venue and they can give good pitches.
Yeah.
I mean, the curators right there are really good. I mean, in UAE, they
Yeah.
immediately check on the pitch and they check whether the pitch is okay. I mean, in UAE, I think they have one of the best staff. I mean, the curators and all, especially the pitch curators, are really good over there. So I don't think we can have to be concerned much about the pitch getting worn out of the IPL. It could help the spinners, but I think even the fast bowlers can if they bowl at the right lengths and right paces. I think fast. It will be effective for fast bowlers too. So yeah,
Yes. And also, this
but
is like September, October. This is not like peak summer where the wickets will be baked down because of sun. This is a good time of the year, so it won't be so hot on the pitches. So they'll retain their moisture and stuff. So it'll be a good pitches, I feel.
the batting here, the stats they say most runs is Sri Lanka. I think the top. I think the two of the top five have been from Sri Lanka. But I think when it comes to bowling, I think
Chamika is the for Sri Lanka is number 3, right?
I think
Yeah,
he got.
he's our best one.
I can't remember exactly. I think Chameera got 2 wickets also. Sorry,
Oh,
Theekshana. Sorry,
Chamika.
Theekshana got 4
Sorry,
wickets
not
yesterday. Yeah,
Chamika.
yeah.
Yeah.
Theekshana is the highest, but yeah,
Wow.
Chameera and Theekshana is there up there at 4 wickets. Rohan,
I could
do you?
genuinely see Chameera as all rounder one day. I could genuinely see that happening.
Now, talking about Theekshana, I think we have to be very careful with Theekshana about because the same thing happened to Ajantha
Yeah.
Mendis also as well. Because when he played a few matches or whatever, batsmen started to read his action. I mean, Ajantha Mendis, and everyone started to analyze his bowling, and suddenly most of the batsmen read his variation. But
That's
what
another thing.
Chanaka
Yeah.
said right now, I disagree slightly because after a few matches, I'm a bit concerned whether they'll the batsmen start to read Theekshana once he plays so many 2020s and ODIs, and then Theekshana might feel the pressure. So
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
have to be very careful in terms of that.
The other thing is now it's because of the media you want views. So then they'll show you this is how Theekshana bowls this variation. Then the batsman can watch that.
Yeah.
Unlike a long time ago with Murali and Vaughan, where there wasn't a lot of media to show how they bowl all these good balls, so then the batsman could not pick them.
But one
Unlike
bowler
what
that they
happened.
can't read still is Rashid Khan.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
still,
Uh,
even though any media, if you
Pawan,
put whatsoever, no one can read Rashid
He's
Khan's
so
wrong-uns.
it's because of his pace also.
Yeah,
yeah, and also Warren, Murali, Rashid Khan, all are wrist spinners. It's difficult to read your wrist. Whereas Theekshana or Ajantha Mendis, they used to be finger spinners. You can read
yeah,
it by the looking at the fingers.
yeah.
Their
I
carom
agree.
ball, everything is from the fingers. They flick it, so you actually can watch it more closely.
Yeah, I think you've seen him in the Northern Warriors also. I think he played for Jaffna Stallions also, as Aman said also. And I
Yeah.
think he's coached by Ajantha Mendis also, by the way. I think his bowling coach is Ajantha Mendis at the Sri
He
Lanka Army.
yeah.
So,
As my father
so
said
that's,
yesterday, he plays in the same club that Ajantha Mendis used to.
yeah.
That's
Army
why he
Yeah,
got
I
Yeah.
think
inspired by.
hope I think he does well. I think but he had a poor I mean individual league he wasn't that impressive, but still he was picked by this side thinking as potential, and he delivered. So that's good. They went instead of pulling a Taranga. So I agree. I think
Yeah.
Theekshana should be in this 2020 side. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about 2020s also, now let's shift to the 2020s because we discussed
This
so
one.
much about the ODI right now.
I put a poll on the in the comments, but
Yeah, we'll take that at the end.
instead of
We'll take
saying
that at
who
the
won,
end.
like
The
instead of saying
ODI
who
right
wins
now.
Sri Lanka, South Africa, I put like even the amount of wins, like 2-1-3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's winning in the polls? Let me see.
Let me just check.
Watch.
Yeah, I think Sri Lanka win 2-1. I think
The
is the
winning
most good.
is Sri Lanka 2-1. I
Yeah,
chose
that's
Sri
what
Yeah,
I'm
Lanka
going to go with
3-0.
too.
The
And the
top.
player
but
of the
wait,
Gone with
series
South
is
Africa
going to be
winning
Charit
2-1.
again.
yeah,
Samant has gone South
That's my
Africa
prediction.
2-1.
yeah. Talk about 2020 side. Would you change the Sri Lankan side for the 2020? Would you make
It's
some
just the number
changes?
2
I
spot.
don't know.
I don't know who's going to play on the number 2 spot. There's so many options now. And
I really like this side. Like I think
same.
if we do well in ODIs, this team's going to do even better in T20s.
And Banuka
And
be
this
back for
team
the
is better for
2020s.
T20s.
And
Yeah,
Banuka
Banuka is going to
Rajapaksa,
be there for the 2020s. That's going to
I
be
think
good.
I think
Yeah.
he should bet at number 3 for me for
Yeah.
I've
2020.
always
Same.
got something. I have something
I
in
think our
Banuka's
T20s we're
team.
going to do much better. I feel it.
I know
I think
it.
we're
Rohan,
better
would
at
you bring a
T20.
Banuka Rajapaksa back because of his
Yeah,
explosive?
and
Because we
also
saw
he's a
against
left-hander.
Pakistan
I
also.
just have
We saw
something
against
against
Pakistan in the
Rajapaksa.
2020 when he scored the
I
70,
have
if I'm not
something against
mistaken, in
Banuka.
2019.
Yes.
I think we
I
should
just
bring
have
him back.
something against Banuka. I don't know what.
He can come in for Kamindu
Hmm.
because he gives that left-hander option. And as I said, in the power play, if he gets going with the field restrictions, he can score because he generally hits a lot of balls in the air. so he can get away with it with this high risk game. Even if he gets out after the 6 overs or something, the others who can come in can take over. At least he gives that good start along with Avishka.
Dim, who will be your playing 11 for Sri Lanka in the 2020?
Wait,
Who
I
do you
need
see?
time. I need.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Yeah, I'll
Wait, I
tell
got
my
it written down. Just give me time.
Oh,
Rohan. Who would
Just
you go? Okay, I'll come with him later. Yeah,
I
is
just wanted
Avishka
to ask.
playing?
Yeah, sure.
yeah, sure. Rohan ask. Yeah, sure.
No, are you concerned about Darshan Shanaka's batting? He has not done so well of late. As a captain, don't you
But
think
I
he needs to
still
Yes.
won't drop him because I think he's the best captain right now for Sri Lanka. That's
I
why
want.
he's keeping him right now.
He doesn't fit into this lineup at all. All he does is add pressure to every other batsman. He's like Bavuma right now.
I like him
But
as
if
a
we drop
captain, but
Shanaka
I
He's
right
not.
now,
really
who's
don't
going to
like
lead
him
this side?
as
Who's
a
going to lead
bowler.
this
But
side?
he's
That's
a
the issue.
yeah.
No, I'm not questioning his leadership. His batting, I'm saying.
Yeah.
His batting is a
Yeah,
concern. Definitely, it's a concern. I think he should improve.
he puts
Definitely.
way too
But
much
when you put
pressure.
him back to a
So much.
domestic tournament, when you put
Yeah.
him back to that individual league, he was the highest scorer. If you can see, I think the Sri Lanka
No,
individual league, I
what I
think.
feel was, can he come up the order so that he takes his time, gets it, score runs, then playing in the middle, where maybe because of the situation he is getting bogged down, he can come up the order a little bit
Who
so
would
that
go
take the pressure
down?
as a captain
Yeah.
or
Who would
go
go
down.
down?
I
Yeah, he
can
can
see
slot
him
up.
as a number 4. I can see him as a
Yeah,
number 4, but I won't bring him as a number 3. I think Dhananjay De Silva can
Yeah,
bat
DDS
anywhere,
is
so
number
he can
4.
bat at number 5 even. That could be a possibility.
I
Yeah,
think in the
Dasun Shanaka.
T20s, DDS should be batting above rather than below because he can't. DDS is not a T20 player at all. And if he bats, DDS.
Yeah.
Yeah, then most
He's
probably
just going to
Vanscoy
slow
will
everything
bat at
down
number
once
5.
again.
But then what's going to happen to Charit Asalanka as well? That's the issue. That's another worry
that's
because
why
Asalanka, it's
Asalanka
a
needs to
bit
bat
of a
heavy.
headache. It's a bit of a headache right now with this selection right now because
Yeah.
Asalanka has to be fixed at Dim, do you see Charit Asalanka batting at number 3? Because now the Mikyata is saying that Sri Lankan head coach is saying that they should
I
stick with Asalanka at number 5 because
I
they need
think
someone consistent at number 5
for
Yeah.
T20s for T20s or ODIs.
for 2020s right
20,
now. If you
I want 3 Bhanuka Rajapaksa and 5 Charit because Bhanuka is number 3 for T20s. You can't. That's his spot there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think he should definitely be up the order. Because we need somebody, especially in the top order, who can play well. So there's actually 2 reasons I'm doing this. It's because I actually think I should do it, and I try to have as much as things that I like against Mikyata. So those are the two reasons. But yeah, he should be up the order because it's a top order that's really failing. The first 2 to 4 batsmen, they are failing. So we need him there.
But do you think that Asalanka can adapt if he bats at number 3 with the situation in mind, with how
You'll never know
how
until
which
you play
You
him,
never
right?
know. For the T20s, my 2 openers I want is Avishka and Chandimal to open.
okay, and number
Yeah.
3 you want Bhanuka,
It's
right?
Something.
Bhanuka, number 4 DDS, number 5 Charit, number 6 Dasu, number 7 Hasaranga, and then I would still use 3 spinners. I would keep Akil out
For
Yeah.
me, I think I'll go with
and use
Avishka and
Theekshana.
KJP. I think KJP is fit for the
KJP is
2020.
so
I will go.
inconsistent. He's not even
No,
in
Yeah.
form.
I'll
At
take a
least have
risk. I will
something
still
else.
take a risk
I
and
don't.
give KJP a chance. I think
Yeah.
KJP, when you check KJP,
Then
I know
how?
his recent form hasn't been good. I know, I
Yes, but
understand
he's
that.
a.
Yeah, but are you
It's
going
like
to drop
For a long
Chandimal
time
then?
he hits a
liability,
100 and then he stops performing.
Are you going to drop Chandimal?
Who
I
does
think
that?
so. For 2020, yes. For ODI, yes,
No,
Chandiman has to be in the
Oh
no
setup.
wow.
Chandimal.
For
Come on.
Chandimal
2020s,
can
Don't
open.
let Kiata come on.
I have to drop him. And
Seriously?
KJP will be my wicket keeper for me.
Oh my god.
So for me, I will
No,
go with
KJP is
Avishka,
useless.
KJP, number 3 Bhanuka for sure, number 4 DDS, number 5 Charit, number 6 Shanaka. I'll still stick with him at number 6 for sure. Number 7
Oh,
Chamika.
seriously?
I want Chamika up
Oh
instead
yeah.
of Hasaranga because his batting is bad. Definitely the same bowling lineup. I'll go with Hasaranga, Theekshana,
Jai
Jayavikrama
Vikram.
or Akila. I might try Akila sometimes, but especially in 2020, but it's a risk as well. But I'll go with Jayavikrama more than Akila, and yeah, and one fast bowler and 3 spinners. Rohan, your lineup,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much what you were saying. But I'll say again, T20s, they may need one extra fast bowler for the death overs. You can't rely too much on Chameera.
Hmm.
Chamika
So
can do
probably
it.
Jayavikrama might have to leave out. No, I think most probably.
They have someone like Nuwan Pradeep, who's an excellent prospect. We have seen him before also. They
The
can
thing
use
with
him as an
Pradeep
option.
is he's not
Yeah.
consistent. Once
Yeah.
again,
But I think he was the second highest
I
wicket
think
taker in
yeah,
that individual
Pawan, you
2020
can't
Yeah.
game.
compare your domestic structure to an international level game.
But they have picked, I mean, even Pakistan, when they selected the 2020 squad, they have picked based on the
See,
PSL
Dustin,
performances.
why is he the highest run scorer then? Why can't he perform in this international level then? Because you're
I think it's
facing
because
your
of
own
his
bowlers.
captaincy pressure. I think it's because of his captaincy issues. That's
I
what
think
I mean. He's
Chandimal should
too
captain
focused.
and Dustin should be the vice captain.
He's facing
That's what
Sri
I think.
Lankan bowlers though.
Then
Yeah,
just to
exactly.
add
Bowlers
on to
from
what
other
your question
countries,
was,
yeah.
then how will you select the team based on your domestic performances only? You can go by, especially during this COVID time.
Yeah. Okay, that's true, but I'm just saying.
I mean, if it's
I
like
don't know
a
what to say.
T20 league, like a big one, like LPL, you can. But
Yes, like
if
with
it's
other
like
international
individual
players.
league, when there's no actual foreign players
Yeah, well,
playing,
how
Mm.
can you
you
base it
can't.
off just people you all play? They're already used to their bowling and their batting, so what's the
Yeah, you
point?
probably meet up with them a lot,
Yeah,
so you probably play cricket with them so much. You're probably used to that.
yeah, exactly.
You need somebody that you're
Aman,
not
who will be your
used.
team? Aman, who will be your team? Let's
Oh
switch to
yeah,
the South
okay.
Africa
So I'm
2020
going to
after that.
I'm opening with Avishka and Chandimal, and I'm bringing Vinod Bhanuka back into the team. Never Bhanuka Rajapaksa. And at number 4, I'm going for Charit Tasalanka. And can you scroll down, please?
Sorry. Charita Sarang at 5, I think. Yeah.
Dasan Shan,
Tasalanka.
DDS.
DDS.
I don't. Do I have to play DDS? Is he the
He's a vice captain.
captain,
He has to
right?
play.
Oh no.
You can choose Aman. It's
Next
your
I'm going.
choice. We
This
don't.
is Aman's team. He can
Kenny,
do
if
whatever
I
he
have to
wants.
Aman's
play
team,
DDS,
he can do whatever he wants. Yeah.
if I
As Ron said,
what?
yeah.
If
No,
I
you can
have
choose your
to,
team, whatever you want. It's
no,
your
it's
team,
fine.
right? So
I'll do the reality. So then instead of Asalanka at number 4, I'll go with him back at 5 because I want to just finish off DDS. And for my all-rounders, next I'll go with... Actually, I'm going to go with Chamika before Hasaranga. Okay, so I'm going to go with Chamika, then Hasaranga, then Chameera. So how much have I
what
done
happened
now?
to
7, right?
Dasun Chanaka?
Monica.
Oh yeah,
He
I
left
have
the
to play
cap.
him.
That's okay.
I don't know why we give them like... okay, anyway. Yeah, so then before Hasaranga and Chamika, then I'll put Dasun. So then I've got 8 now, and then I might play Akila. I actually like him in T20s. Like
Okay, yeah.
I hate him in ODIs, but I like
Yeah, sure.
Akila in T20s.
Yeah, sure.
Then I'll go with... Can you scroll down, please,
Sorry. Yeah.
if you can? Yeah. Do you think I should play Jayavikrama? Maybe. Yeah, I'll go with Jayavikrama then. Mahesh Theekshana for sure, and that's my team.
Okay. Yeah.
Theekshana.
Okay, let's switch to the South Africa
So,
because I think there's a completely different squad over there because 3 players are back in the South African side, which were not part of the 2020 ODI squad. Quinton the Cock is back.
Miller,
Miller is back. Killer Miller is
Lungi,
back,
and
and I think
Lungi.
Ningi is back.
yeah.
Nungi is back. Yes. So wait, is he there? Is Ningi? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Ningi is back. Yeah. So thoughts on this South African squad now? I think this is going to get interesting
Yeah.
over here.
Can we see the
Give me
whole
your thoughts.
team once again?
A lot of the players have come back, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Who's Boeing Fortune is there? Okay, that's interesting. Sisanda Mangala, I know him. I've seen him playing before. He's back
But
as
there's
well.
also a few like new players.
Mm.
I think they've dropped out some players also. I think Temba Bavuma is not in this squad. Okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting. He's withdrawn.
He's-
He's not playing for the 2020. Yeah, because of his injury, I think. So that's
Yeah.
interesting also. Yeah. So thoughts on
Have they named the captain who it is?
Yeah,
Maharaj
who's
will
the captain?
continue or Decock will take over?
I think
I
I'll
think
go with
Decock.
Decock, no? I think I'll go with Decock.
No,
But it's not
Maharaj
confirmed.
has done well with his bowling choices and everything. Like
Yeah, Maharaj
that's
is
why
a
they
good
are
captain. They just haven't confirmed it yet. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We brought in Nitish as well. Yeah, we just discussed the Sri Lankan. Now we are going through the South African. Yeah. Who would you captain? The Miller also might be a good choice, right? But I'm not sure. He's having some injuries right now. I think David Miller. I'm not sure whether he'll
But
play this 2020 event.
but Maharaj just did well, so I think they may just continue with
Yeah.
him. I hope.
Hmm.
Yeah,
True,
I
true.
think Miller like he didn't play in the ODIs, so straight in. I don't want to give him
Yeah.
captaincy. Anyway, Killer Miller is not that much of a captain. He's just a player that goes out and smashes the ball, but actually does it well. Unlike somebody I know called Wanindu Hasaranga, but yeah, I don't think we should give him captain. I don't think they should give him captaincy.
Yeah. Nitish, are you here right now? Can I ask you a question? Hello.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Who do you think will wicket keep for South Africa? Quinton de Kock
Yeah.
or we'll go
He's
with Klaasen based on recent
Quinton.
form?
Quentin de Kock, definitely. See, he's the
Obviously.
regular keeper of South African team. So
It's obvious.
I think Quentin de Kock will definitely keep. But as long as Maharaj is there or not in the T20 squad,
New
He's there.
that's a
He's
new
there.
viewer, right?
Yeah, a new
Samara.
viewer. Yeah, he says Sri Lanka
Yeah.
won. Thank you so much. Someone over there. Yeah,
I'm
Keshav
not
Maharaj is
sure
in the
whether
squad.
he is there in the squad or not. Check
He's there in the
check
squad.
first
He's
and
there in
then
the squad.
clarify me. See, Maharaj has
Nitish.
done well as a
Uh,
keeper. If you look at those these two games in ODIs,
Hmm.
this keeper I'm
Kumar,
Nitish,
talking about,
Kumar,
Captain.
you can
who's going
join.
to captain
That's
this
the thing.
side right now? Dim,
Uh,
can you first?
yeah,
Yeah.
I
I'm
would
going to
I
go
would
with
keep with I would
Maharaj.
keep with
Maharaj is
Maharaj.
not there. First
Yeah, me
clarify me
too.
that one.
He's actually
He's
done
already
very well
been
as a
yeah.
captain. His bowling
Yeah,
choices
Rohan,
are
Maharaj
who would
has
you
already
good.
done
captain?
well with the ODIs.
I'll go with
Just keep
Maharaj
him.
itself.
Keep him, yeah.
I think, yeah, I think they
I don't
should
think
stick with him as
I
well.
don't think they need to change anything.
Yeah.
Maharaj is a good captain.
I think
But
they
if
just
Yeah,
need
you
to
I,
put
want
up
me
runs
to
on the
go from
board.
a yeah,
I'm talking about this new player here, Boeing 4-2 in. I have not
Beyond
seen
I
him.
think
14.
it's Dawn
Have you
Boeing.
seen
He's
him
a left-arm
playing
spinner.
before?
No,
Yeah.
I have not. I have not.
No.
I think he's played the 2020s, no, before. Yeah,
He came
yeah.
to
If you,
India. He played a T20 there. He's a
He
left-arm
played
spinner.
in Sri Lanka. I remember one of the game. Maharaj, now you are talking about all of you.
no, no, we're talking about
Beyond
this new
14.
player, Boeing 4-2 in.
Beyond 14.
Yeah, Boeing. Yeah,
He has
Boeing.
played
Dawn,
against
very good.
Pakistan. Uh,
Yeah.
Fortune has played against Pakistan, I think, in March or
He's
April.
he's same like George Linder. Left-arm spinner, balls a bit in the power play.
Oh yeah, slow left arm. I think they'll stick with Linder. I think no
But
for
he is
2020.
not
He's
effective.
Yeah.
He may be effective in this kind of craft.
Yes.
yeah. So Dim, who will be of playing 11 for
Yeah,
South
yeah, just
Africa?
wait. I'm looking at the team. One sec.
Yeah. For me, okay, I'll tell my playing 11. I will go with Quinton de Kock and most is Malan is not in this
Now
2020
Morris
squad.
and all
Yeah,
that are
Malan's in,
very
right?
happy because
Malan's
Sri
not
Lanka
there.
has won
No?
after 7 years.
Yeah, Nitish, right now we are
Yeah.
discussing about South Africa. We'll discuss that later now after the discussing about South Africa. So for me, I'm going with Quinton de Kock and Riza Hendricks. I think because no Malan
Is
in this
Malan not
squad.
here?
No, Malan is dropped. I
Okay.
think he's not there.
Markram will
Number three
definitely play.
is Markram. Yeah, Markram is
Is
also
he there?
option.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Then I'll go with Decock and Markram for sure. Sorry for
Yeah.
that. I didn't see Markram also. I thought he was dropped. Decock and Markram.
Wait, who
Number
had
three, Vander
withdrawn?
Dusen.
Somebody had
Wataman.
withdrawn. I think somebody withdrawn, right?
That's
Bauma.
Baguma. He's injured. He's injured.
Yeah.
He's injured. That's why.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, definitely Markram and Decock. Number three, Vander Dusen. Number four, I will go with
Reese Hendricks.
Rita. Risa Hendricks is also there, but I'll go with Klaasen. Number four. Number five, I want Miller. Number
Yeah.
six, number six. I think I'll bring Risa Hendricks in the middle order. I think. I'll bring him at
No,
number.
why they are
Yeah,
not
Marcus said
putting?
number four.
Why they are not playing Dwayne Pretorius?
Hmm.
That's also
Yeah.
interesting.
That's
But
true.
Dwayne
yeah, I think.
Pretorius will be very useful in these conditions with the ball and bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Hmm.
he played his recent match. I think in Ireland, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Uh, but he also
I
doesn't
think
have
he
that
can come
much.
in from Mulda.
I think they are both similar. That's what this one also
Yeah,
said.
similar.
You said also. He's
Yeah.
mainly played South Africa A sides. But I think
Hmm.
one match, I think against Pakistan, he has picked up 5 wickets recently.
Yes.
And
No, he
I think
played all the games T20Is against Pakistan at home also.
Yeah.
In
hmm,
Pakistan, I'm talking about.
yeah, as you can see here, I think he's bowling. Let's see this Pakistan. This thing, I think he picked up. Wait, not this match, but he picked up 5 wickets. I think the last match. Not the last match. The second 2020. I think he picked up five
Second ODI,
wickets. So
I remember that.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Second 2020. Yeah,
Second
in
T20I.
Lahore. Yeah,
Lahore. Yeah.
Yeah,
second.
second T20I.
In Lahore. See, 5 for 17, so he could be a choice. And that was a weak side also, I think, the South African, and still they won. Without,
Yeah.
they didn't have even Quinton de Kock, and they tried out new players. That's what in that tour against Pakistan, and still they won that series. So, yeah, I think Pretorius might be a good option, I think, if instead of Mulder for me. Yeah.
Hmm.
Rohan, who would be your playing 11?
Yeah. Same. I'll go with Decock and Markram to open. One down, Van de Dusen. Then
Hmm.
followed by
Same.
Klaassen, Miller, Pretorius, Shamsi, and Linde will be the spinners. Maharaj,
Hmm.
Rabada, and one of the fast bowlers in Lungi and GD or not, depending on who is
Yeah,
fit.
I also didn't say my playing 11. I said Dickok, Markram, Van der Dusen, Klaassen. Yeah, number 5, I'll go with Miller. Number 6, I'll go with Pretorius, as you said. Yeah. Number 7, I'll go with Mulder. Number 8, I'll go definitely Maharaj Shamsi. Third spinner, I'm not sure about that. They have fast bowlers, so I'll go with yeah, Rabada should be in the squad, and I'll go with Linder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dim, did you sort out your playing 11? You're
I
muted,
I
Dim.
I
You're
I don't
muted.
think I can name it
Definitely,
now,
since
but
there is a quota system of
Instead
two
of
player must play, I think the colored player
there's
must
three.
be there in
Yeah,
the playing 11,
yeah.
minimum
Rabada
of
playing
two.
DD and
So
who
I'll
else?
go for
Wait, Dim, Nitish, you tell your playing
Okay.
11. Yeah. Wait for a second. Yeah. Nitish, tell your
I
playing
will
11.
see. There are two colored players, including Maharaj and Kagiso Rawada will be there. I will somehow put their Duane Pretorius in place of Mulder. My spinners will be same. They have played in the third ODI yesterday. George
Then who's
Linde,
going to bat at
Samsi,
number
and
6?
Maharaj.
Who's going to bat at number 6?
And the
Then you're
batting
saying then
lineup is
Mulder will be
same
left.
as you told
If
now. But in place of Klaassen, I want Markram to play.
So, do you say Risa
yeah.
Hendricks in this side? Does anyone think Risa Hendricks should be in this 2020 playing
Yeah,
11
for me,
also?
yes.
Yeah.
I
Me
see him
too.
batting it instead of Klassen. I would put
He
him instead of
may he
Klassen.
may play.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
because he's a very
Chandritas
good T20
Ramachandran. Okay,
batsman.
another view of mine saying what will
That
be the
will be
pass
the
score for? Are you asking batting first? Yeah, batting first. I think 165,
140.
170. I think should be. Okay,
Are you
Rohan's
sure
going for
they'll
one
score
shot.
so much?
Huh?
What did he say? 140?
Rohan, you said 140, right?
Yeah, 140.
I'll go with 160 or 165. I
I
remember that
agree.
Indian series first 2020. I think they scored 160 and
No,
they were able to
Pawan,
defend
can
that.
I ask you a question about pitch?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Ask a question. Yeah.
Why the curator or Sri Lankan administration, why the since this ground consists of 8 to 9 pitch, if you consider squares, why they
Hmm.
are not preparing 4 to 5 pitches? Why they are only playing on 2 or 3 pitches the whole 6 or 7 games? It happened also against India, and the par score was just 140, 130.
Yeah.
Interesting question over there. It's a tough question
Why
to
they are
answer, I
not
think.
preparing all the 6 or 7 people so that each and every match should be played on different tracks and we should get a run fest
I
at
think the
least
issue is that the
240,
R. Premadas
260.
is
See
not big
yesterday
as a
game, they have played
as a
that
ground.
same on the same
Yeah,
pitch. They have played the first ODI and see the results what we have got.
I agree. I agree. But the thing is, unlike Hambantota, now Hambantota, we know it's a large ground. I think the fair fields, you say it's about 70 or 75 meters compared to R Premadasa, it's not that much big. That's is why in the LPL they used about 9 or 10 pitches, I mean the strips. Right now with this COVID situation
No,
right now,
no, but
I
at least they should prepare 4 to 5 days.
I agree. I agree. I don't know why they are not doing that. Maybe I think they want to favor Sri Lanka. I think right now because of the spin friendly track. I mean, I don't know what they are actually doing with this pitch right now because I'm not in the scenes to go and see what the curators
Thing
are
is,
doing right
Pawan,
now. Yeah.
in trying to win a series, do you think that will help them in the longer run? For example, preparation for the T20 World Cup. These kind of pitches may be like 120, 140 will be a par score, and they may get away with it.
I think you'll
But
have to
in the
ask that to
UAE
Bangladesh
conditions,
as well, right now. To Bangladesh
that was
also.
even that was even
Yeah.
worse. That was
That's what I'm
100.
saying.
Ah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's very
So you need to
difficult,
give good
Rohan, you
pitches to
see with
improve your
this.
players.
I understand your question. I think Sri Lanka Cricket Board should take this a bit more seriously about when it comes to using more pitches. Yeah, because I think because of the ground being small, first of all, I think that is a major factor. Unlike Hambantota, when you see the difference between Hambantota and Colombo, they were more prepared. I mean, there were more pitch curators, they had more staff, they had more ground staff. Unlike, I think, in the 2020, they were much more prepared about LPL. This happened
Yeah.
about 2 or 3 months. They went ahead of this.
Just one
They
doubt
were,
here, Pawan.
yeah.
Any weather difference between Hambantota and Colombo in terms of rain?
Rain wise, yes.
Hambantota is
Colombo
very
is
dry.
more,
Yeah.
it's
Ah,
rains more in Colombo than
that's
Hambantota.
why
That's what, yeah.
they get more time to prepare. Here,
Because
they
it's
may
very
not get
dry.
so much
Now,
time
like
and
in down
sun
south,
to break it.
it's very dry. In Hambantota,
Yeah,
especially, it's
But
very
Goa
dry.
is not that
It
dry,
never
but
rains. It never rains means
yeah,
like it did rain in the LPL. I think about 2 or 3 matches, but Real it rains also. I mean,
yeah.
it's about a 10% or 15% probability over there
Yeah.
it rains. If
Yeah.
you
When
talk
I
that,
about
go
that's
there
the
in
Colombo,
uncertainty.
Delhi, it's actually very
Because of the
like
weather, they
humid
can't prepare
condition.
the pitch.
Yeah.
yeah,
When I go there, it's
it's
very
very
humid.
difficult
So
here in Colombo. It
yeah.
can rain anytime, and the moisture here also is very more. Precipitation in Colombo is much more than Hambantota. It floods in Hambantota once or twice a year. It does rain in the monsoon time. It does rain, but not compared to Colombo. That's what.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it
Nim, have you?
monsoon now? No?
I think so.
No,
Right, July,
monsoon is
August.
over.
Yes, usually it's monsoon here in
Really?
Colombo. Yeah.
Maybe here it's
Monsoon
monsoon.
is
It's always
normally in
raining.
May, right?
Yeah, May also it
Monsoon is
changes.
in
It
May now.
depends.
I
The
don't know.
weather
It
pattern
rains here every
changes
day, so I
usually.
think it's monsoon.
Yeah. Chandrit Rata says, I think that
I
World
think
Cup
the
pitchers
World
will
Cup
behave
pitches will
like
be
Colombo on latter parts.
Later parts, I think.
Yeah, true. We could.
I still
Can
doubt
be.
that.
Yeah. Nim, did you sort out your playing then for South
Yeah, I
Africa?
said instead of Klassen, I would bring Risa Hendricks in. Everything else is same.
Nitish, you? Any changes? Okay,
this is
Nitish left.
gone.
Okay. Okay, I think we talk
Yeah,
finally.
it's been
Who
quite
do
a
you think?
long stream.
Yeah, man.
So that
Yeah, we
I mean,
discussed on
Pawan's
everything.
yeah. Pawan's yeah. Last week
Yeah,
was like 120.
wait. Before that, I want to talk about the points table also in the Super
Okay.
League right
What's
now. I think we are fifth
yeah?
right now
Good. Up,
in the
up,
Super
up.
League.
Are we?
Wow.
Yeah,
Where is
Oh,
we
South
are
not
fifth.
that
Africa?
bad after all.
South
Pretty
Africa is
average, but
ninth.
we're not that bad.
They have played
Whoa!
Oh,
9 matches. This is worrying. South
Wow.
Africa are in
Oh
a bit of
God.
a doubt.
Africa is outside.
So nice. That's so nice to
Whoa!
look at.
What is this
But
Sri
for?
Lanka, man. Like, we're
Sri
normally so
Lanka have
bad.
played
Even
15
New Zealand is
matches.
down, huh?
This is for the Super League for
Ah.
2023. Nim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we discussed about
Oh.
this last match also.
Bangladesh is up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bangladesh 12 matches,
Whoa.
80
Yeah,
points.
because
This
they
is
won
worrying
everything at home.
Yeah,
When
because
they
they
go
played
to like
almost
other
everything at
pitches and
home.
other countries, they're going to struggle.
yeah.
Because they Sri Lanka played a West Indies too. In West Indies, they played England too against in
Yeah.
England. They got whitewashed in both instances, and they only played home. I think they only played 2 or 3
India
home
and
matches so far. Whereas Bangladesh, all their matches have been home. Even they played against Bangladesh in
yeah,
Bangladesh. Only 2 home series so far. So I think Sri Lanka
That's
okay
good.
right now. I can't complain about
yeah.
because anyways we know team struggles overseas and we can't blame
Yeah.
Fifth
about.
is good. Yeah, fifth is very good.
That
Yeah,
looks
okay.
like yeah. This is really nice to
It's
see.
not a
But
bad.
this win
Finally,
was
we're
very crucial. This win was very
yeah.
crucial for Sri Lanka right now. For me,
Mm-hmm.
it's
South
very
Africa is
crucial.
nine.
But to be fair, we did play the most
New
matches.
Zealand is
Yeah, but New Zealand, Afghanistan to come. There's another concern about Afghanistan. I'm a bit worried about Afghanistan when they play against lower teams like Zimbabwe and probably about Ireland or West Indies. Even they can beat West Indies also. So it's a bit worrying right now. Hope something happens. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shamirata says South Africa will have tough matches ahead. Yes.
agree.
Yeah. Hope. Yeah. I think even Sri Lanka has tough matches going
Yeah.
ahead. I think they have Australia ODI series coming up,
Except for the Oman.
5 match ODI series. Then they have Asia Cup coming up, so it's not going to be easy next year.
Versus Australia, is it at home or
Next,
away?
It's the ODI series is at home. I think it's at home.
In Australia, right?
The
In
2020 series is
no,
in Australia. I think. If I remember, they have two
no.
tours.
I
I
think
think next year.
no. I think we have a ODI series first, and then we have a series in between, and then 2 months later we do a T20 series there.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. But this penalty overs is going to cost Sri Lanka a lot. They already
Okay.
lost 3 points from that, which should be crucial
It's because of
right now.
Akila.
It will come down in the
Yeah.
last.
He takes forever to bowl. He's like some, I don't even know what he's doing. That's what we're doing with
I know.
Akila.
Yeah. When
He
you
takes forever. He takes longer than a fast bowler to bowl. He
Yeah, you
just
can
takes
sleep
his
and wake
time.
up when he bowls the next ball.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
takes his own time. Oh.
And we'll go through the
Takes his
2020
own
rankings
time.
still because
We're number 9
Sri
still.
Lanka
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now number 9. So
It's
this is
okay.
going to
We're
be
going to
close
come up after this.
because next
I
year I
hope.
think we have a 2020 World Cup, right, Rohan, in Australia, no?
Yeah,
Yeah, 2022.
next
So
year.
this is
Yeah.
also going to depend because we'll have two
Again,
2020 World Cups in 2 years. So this is going to be important once again for Sri Lanka. This year is very
Yeah.
important if they want to
that's
finish in
that's
the
the
top
reason
8.
I'm saying they need to have good fast bowlers for those conditions. They can't rely on spinners on those pitches.
And it's
Yeah.
very close, I think, between number 6 and number 10. Right now, it's just only a 6 ranking point difference. So it's
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah,
Australia lost a bad series. I mean, South
we're not
Africa
that
Australia,
also
far
dropped.
behind.
so disappointing.
Yeah, I think we can catch up Afghanistan because they don't play that much matches right now. I
Yeah.
think we'll go ahead if we win the
And if
2020
Bangladesh
series. Yeah.
starts playing away from home, we can also get up a little
Yeah.
bit more.
Uh,
Guys, can you
I think
tell about
I
yeah, we
told that
just
in my
did, yeah.
previous video. You can watch that. I think I
It's
told on
Oman.
we did the post match analysis of the second ODI. We went through the fixtures
Yeah.
at the end, so you can go through that. And I'll
We
do
have
it
Hey,
later
by
if
Oman
I
the
and
way,
can once
T20.
again.
Oman is coached by Duleep Mendes, a former Sri
Hmm.
Lankan superstar as
Yeah,
well.
Mm.
you're right. Yeah. And as Aman said about Oman also, I think there's about 7 or 8 different pitches, I think, suited for all, like for Australian conditions or England conditions. Then talk about New Zealand. They have all those kind of conditions. They have
Yeah.
made indoor facilities, I think, in Oman. I've seen, yeah, in pictures,
They
yeah.
have the infrastructure there. It's just that they
Yeah.
need quality players
Unlike
coming
Sri
up.
Lanka. Because Sri Lanka doesn't have those
That's a worry.
infrastructure. Forget about Sri Lanka right now. They're not investing. I don't know why the Sri Lankan sports ministry and I mean the government are not investing when cricket is the most popular sport here in Sri Lanka. I mean
Yeah.
the most viewed.
It's our only sport basically. You can say that. They
It's
don't
our
care.
Yeah.
sport that we do
They don't put
everything.
money in any other sport in the world. So why not put it in cricket? I don't
I think
understand
you
what.
guys have to raise an petition here.
I think we need to focus on other sports too.
Yes. You guys won a
Yeah.
gold in the Paralympics.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
think they are giving them 106 million or something. I think the government they said
like
like
we,
that.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. He's
You need to
Chandvi
encourage all
Rasa
sports.
saying we can go to fifth position in 2020 rankings if we clean sweep South Africa, as Aman says here. 3-0
That's tough.
prediction. Yeah. Yeah. Finally, we'll talk about, let's talk about the Twitter reactions also before we go to predictions, right? Yeah. Quickly, let's go through that as well and then we'll finish this off. Let's see what Twitter has to say. I think Sangakar didn't say anything, but Rasan Anand says congratulations, a much needed series victory, winning feelings which can do wonders. Tisara Pereira also says superb victory for Sri Lanka
guys,
cricket.
Mickey, have you seen Mickey Arthur's Twitter? It's all about Arsenal. He doesn't care about cricket at all.
Oh
Tom
God.
Moody, Sri Lankan director says congratulations, Sri Lanka cricket wonderful series win, reward for hard work and patience. Angelo Matthews tweets again, thanks. I mean, great to see Matthews back. What a performance by the boys, Mahish Theekshana, what a debut. Charith Asalanka had a fabulous series, well led, and all others contributed. And the
I mean,
captain
after
itself,
the T20 World Cup, what do you think about Mickey's future?
He can leave Sri
I
Lanka.
think
No
I
need.
think he'll leave. No, I'm not sure.
Leave. Literally leave Sri Lanka.
Mo,
Don't come back.
he might
Yeah,
sign
I
a contract.
want
We
him
never
to
know.
leave.
He
I
might.
just leave the country and never come back. I don't want. His face should be put on like
But who's going to be the
no
next coach?
entry for the Sri Lanka. He should be banned
Who,
from coming into Sri Lanka.
who's going to be
That's
the
what I
next
think.
coach? Send him.
I
If
don't
you are
know. I
saying,
don't want to see his
Yeah.
face.
but you'll
I
have to
don't
give a
care.
suggestion, right? If you are going to make Mickey Arthur leave, who's going to be a next coach?
We will think about it.
I'm
We've
telling you,
got
Mickey.
No,
Arthur
do you
For
want a
will
me,
leave.
foreigner
I would
or a
rather bring
local
Tom
coach?
Moody
No,
back.
I don't want
I
a
would rather
foreigner.
bring Tom Moody back.
Tom Moody is a
Make him
much
coach.
better head coach. Why is he the director?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I
I
think
don't
Tom
know.
Moody or
No,
even
I think he's
Graham
busy with
Ford might be
other
good.
commitments around the
Ford
world.
also could be a
Tom
good
Moody.
option.
Who?
But
Well,
if you're talking about
obviously
local coaches,
the dream would be Mahela, but that will never happen.
Mahela will never happen.
That's a dream, obviously.
Sanat Jayasuri went and coached in Australia, Maldives, so I'm not sure whether he'll also get
Did
involved.
you hear what he said in his live? He said he wants to coach, but they're not giving him opportunities. It's their fault.
Wonderful.
Please get Mickey out of here. We want Sana.
But
True.
Sanat could be a good option, I think,
Sana,
based on
if
his.
by any chance you're
I want a
watching
local
this,
coach, but
hey,
of
we're
course
with
not.
you.
The Sri
Yeah.
Lankan cricket board will always go for overseas people. I don't know why.
That Mickey's a
I
traitor,
mean,
I'm
just
telling you.
saying, if you get a overseas guy, you need to pay him a lot more. Don't you think
Exactly,
you'll
you
get
have
a
to pay
local
him
coach
double. Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree
Yeah.
that.
in
They
the
spend
lesser
money
budget?
And we've
on the
got that
coaches.
talent in our country.
But
Yeah,
I
there's
think
so
invest
much
Mahela will get
talent.
money
involved
in
one
other
day. I
places.
see Mahela getting involved in the
Nope.
head as being head coach. I
He's
see that
more of a
happening in
franchise
2 years,
coach.
Nope.
Pawan,
2 or 3
only if
years.
the admins change, then you can get my line.
Exactly. If Silva leaves, then yes. If he doesn't, no.
This is a
Agree.
tough debate to argue. I think we don't have any local coaches also to chat about also saying about
Check
that.
with
So
Coach
I
Aruna,
think
sir.
yeah, he's a good choice, but I don't know whether he'll get involved with the Sri Lankan setup right now. He's committed, but I
Yeah.
don't know whether the administration will take him. That's what. But he's
Yeah.
also a good choice because since he has a ICC level 2 coaching ranking, I think he can.
Dimut.
Yeah, I think based on that, yeah. Dimut also says, amazing game of cricket. Good job, guys. Well done, Chamit. And I love the commitment and attitude what you showed. I think
Where
that's
did he
enough about
go?
Twitter. Yeah.
Cool.
Roshan,
Roshana
famous commentator, also
Besinka.
says, congratulations to Dasun Shanaka. Yeah.
What did he do to win this series for us?
Who?
Name one thing
Won
that
the
he did
toss.
good in this series.
He won the toss. Yeah, I think we need that's why Dasun's good. He wins the toss. We need a captain who can win a toss. Because if we lose the toss, we already lost the game. Imagine
They
us
made us-
Imagine us chasing that yesterday. We could have never. We would have got out on like
We would have
80.
died.
We would have died. That's what I'm saying. Okay,
Chandinatha
just
says,
ask
how-
us.
guys, will Oman
Virat Kohli
series
has not won a
considering
toss for a long time.
guys, will
Pawan,
Oman
can we
series
do predictions
considering
now?
2020 rankings or will
Yeah.
it be considered as warm-up match? We are finishing right now. Just we are answering the
Okay.
comments right now.
I
Warm
don't
up
know.
match.
Guys, will Oman series be T20 ranks over?
Definitely is a warm up.
Warm-up.
Yeah, it has to be a warm up.
Yes.
Yeah. So finally, guys,
And if we lose
predictions
that,
for
then I'll
2020.
cry.
If we
Final
lose that,
predictions for
If we lose that, I
2020
will
series.
quit live and no. I don't know what I was
If
going
we
to do
lose that,
next.
they
Series,
could
South
get
Africa
Oman
versus
in.
if
Sri
we do
Lanka.
that, I'm not watching the TV.
I'll go 2-1 with Sri Lanka. I go 2-1
I'm going
with
to
Sri
go
Lanka.
with Sri Lanka too. And man of the series will be Charit again.
For me, man of the series is going to be either Manidu or Mahish Theekshana.
We lose to Oman, then I'm going to cry till the end of the World Cup. I'm not going to even watch the World Cup.
You don't cry, man. You're too cute.
Don't Chandirathas, please don't listen to Captain Soe. What they say, the statements he's saying. Keshav says toss was now crucial as second innings was a bit easier. Not sure if it's true, but he said it in presentation. I don't believe what Maharaj says so
Those
there.
things are just said for the sake of it, man.
Yeah. Rohan, what's your prediction? Sri Lanka
Yeah.
or South Africa?
First thing, hopefully no weather interruptions. If that comes, then the DLS, all those things can come up and mess up the good work.
Yeah.
If it's all good, 2-1 Sri Lanka.
And Aman over there, he shows in sign figures. Yeah,
3-0
to Sri Lanka. Okay, guys.
3-0.
Thank you so much. I think we nearly got to
Yeah, it's been 1 hour now.
Thank you so much, Dim,
Yeah.
Rohan, and Aman. And please join back for at 8 o'clock. Rohan will be hosting the RCB and KKR. I'll be putting it on my Instagram as well shortly. RCB and KKR team preview. So for the second leg. So yeah, good luck to Rohan and Aman over there. I'll be in the comment section if I can. Yeah. But thank you so much, guys. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. See you guys. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, bye, see you. Yeah, so thank you so much, guys. We've reached the hour. And yeah, so please subscribe to the sports breakdown. Once again, I'm saying we got 2.2k views yesterday, which was a great achievement. We never expected that in the live watch along, but thank you so much, guys. And hopefully Sri Lanka will do well in the 2020 and move up to number 5 in the 2020 rankings as well. And yes, currently we are dealing with the pandemic, so please be safe and please stay at home during the lockdown, and please enjoy Sri Lanka's victory yesterday, especially for the Sri Lanka cricket fans. But guys, please subscribe and please click the notification bell on whenever I upload a video. You guys will get updated on that. So please. And on the poll as well, I think 69% voted for 2-1 series victory for Sri Lanka. So hope that happens. Yeah, and guys, see you guys, and check out at 8 o'clock p.m. IST on RCB and KKR team preview. Until then, bye from the sports breakdown.